don't know why you do this to me. I mean, I don't really like either of those guys, so I don't care what either of them have to say most of the time. I've never really been a fan of Bon Jovi. So I've never been a fan of Trump well before his political, involvement. Trump never put in a real serious bid anyway. I don't believe he ever actually meant to buy the Bills. We're not owned by Trump. We're not owned by Bon Jovi, and we didn't get moved to Toronto. So I think all in all, it worked out well for Buffalo, and we got a Super Bowl contending team. So everybody else can suck it. I'm your daddy.
If you're going to serve wings or ranch, I don't want to do business with you. I get up and leave, even if I don't get the wings. It's either blue cheese or wings, and go for wings.
That's right, never mind who you thought it was. This is the Buffalluminati Podcast, your keeper of Buffalo's secrets. We have a great episode for you today, but first, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you hit us up on all social media. I'm your host, Jake, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Jeff. What's up, man?
That's right, baby. Still flying high, man, off Thursday. Honestly, both the Bills win and of course, the Bills Elvis Lockboard tailgate celebration. So, still flying high off of all of that. It was a great weekend for football, great weekend for charity, great weekend for Lockport. So,
absolutely. It couldn't have been better. Like, this weekend for me was an all-time, and it started with Thursday at the Bills Elvis community tailgate. We had such a great time. Thank you to everybody that came out and helped us raise money for the two great causes. We don't have a final number just yet. It hasn't been announced, but I mean, I'm sure we did a lot because there were so many people there just partying. I think this was the biggest one yet, and so happy we got to be there. Ran into some technical snafus. I would love to put together like a whole clip show of that, but we can't download it off of Instagram, and I don't know why. It makes me sad, Jeff.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we had a lot of really good footage on there. We kind of got hold from Facebook because we don't have enough subscribers on Facebook.
Yeah, that was true. It was very rude of Facebook, and but
how are we supposed to grow Facebook?
Well, this is how we grow. If you're watching this right now and you haven't followed us on Facebook, I know I plugged it once already, but I'm going to do it just one more time because
YouTube, Facebook.
We want to be able to go live on YouTube and Facebook, and to do that, we need more subscribers. And hopefully soon we'll be able to do like a cross stream with all of them. But until now, it's on Instagram. You can check out all of the action and all of the fun we had. And just a great event. Thanks once again to Bills Elvis, Jerry at Gonzo's, Melissa at Lock 34. I know we shouted her out a whole bunch during the live stream, but she's been real good to the Buffalluminati, and yeah, everybody there was super great. It was great running into old friends like Joe Taylor, running into some of the family.
Absolutely.
And then to cap it off with that Bills win.
That's right. R.I.P. Tua, probably should stop playing football at this point. Clearly, you can't take legal and safe hits in the league. Should probably hang up his cleats. But it was another dominating Bills win. If you're a Josh Allen's fantasy owner, you're probably a little disappointed, but that's okay. Because the Bills win is what it's all about. And James, if you had James Cook, you were cooking, baby. Because he had 3 touchdowns and it was amazing in the first half, I think.
This has been Jeff's fantasy football corner, but
hey, we can get a segment going. We can get a whole nother show going on the channel.
Hey, maybe we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a production meeting.
Buffalluminati fantasy football secrets. Always draft the kicker first.
I'm not a. That is a good secret to have if you're a fantasy football player, and followed by defense. Can't forget the defense too. Don't want to get those.
The foundation of a good fantasy football team.
Yep. Anyway, let's not bore the people with all this fantasy football talk. But yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate that Tua had to go down like that.
It's unfortunate they keep putting him in there.
Well,
it's unfortunate they keep letting him play. when that's obviously what's going to happen. But I wish they cared more about his long-term health. But anyway,
I think that's a discussion for them and not the Buffalluminati. Who are hundreds of miles away from Miami and
the conspiracy.
There's no conspiracy there. I don't. Anyway,
that's true. It's all just factual.
Great game.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Bills by 1 billion. Let's hit 3-0 on Monday night. That's going to be great. And speaking of the Bills, just doing a little quick cap off episode here. So I saw this clip today. I sent it to you. And I said, hold your thoughts because we got to react to this
right.
on the podcast at some point. So what better time than now? And we'll save our thoughts after. Hold on. Let's play the clip for everybody, and then we'll talk about it.
You almost bought the Buffalo Bills.
Yep, and I'm going to be careful what I say. I had 2 other partners. These guys own the Raptors and the Maple Leafs and the Blue Jays. And so we immediately could have had higher level of, I'm going to be careful how I say it, opportunity, bigger deals. Let's just say that. There's no Fortune 500 companies up there. There was opportunity. They needed a new stadium. We had a way to do it. When it didn't work out, and I will say probably for the first time ever, I think the Pakula family have done an incredible job. And what I love about Western New York is this was a very good football team that, was really closely identified with the community. I really like the coach. I like the quarterback. I like that he got a new stadium being built finally. I mean, it was the oldest place left, right?
Old Orchard. Matt Light stole a stool from there.
They're probably chasing him still for it because they needed it. But it was an opportunity. And I think the Pakula family, obviously owning the Sabres, was a natural fit. So we didn't get the chance to counterbid. Let's just leave it at that.
They probably didn't want you there because you were on the sideline of this game for the Giants.
Amongst other things.
All right, Jeff, that was Julian Edelman and Bon Jovi talking about his potential purchase of the Buffalo Bills when it was for sale. You have the floor.
I don't know why you do this to me. I mean, I don't really like either of those guys, so I don't care what either of them have to say most of the time. I mean, I wonder why Bon Jovi said the way he said that, like, I'm going to be careful what I say. Obviously, when he's like, we had a way to give them a new stadium, he meant he was going to move us. That's what they were going to do. And nobody wanted that. That's why they boycotted him on the radio. They did a blackball Bon Jovi in the community. And I'm really disappointed to learn that we played Bon Jovi again on the radio. And those radio stations will not be listened to by me. But yeah, I mean, I've never really been a fan of Bon Jovi. Didn't want him to buy the team because I didn't want him to move him to Toronto. I don't know. I don't know. He seems like he's trying to make himself seem good here when he's not. But also, I don't know. I heard there are rumblings that rumor that they were going to move us to Toronto was started by Trump, who was also in on the bidding war for the Bills at the time. In order to discourage, obviously, people wanting Bon Jovi and that. But Trump never put in a real serious bid anyway. I don't believe he ever actually meant to buy the Bills. I wouldn't have wanted him to buy the Bills. I've never been a fan of Trump well before his political involvement. I've never really been a fan. Back to the TV show, back to whatever. I've always kind of detested the guy because he's kind of gross. But so yeah, definitely. And I feel like the reason he even bid on the team was because he was just looking for attention, like he usually does. But Yeah, I don't know. So either way, the whole thing is gross, and I think we came out on top with the Pagulas getting that. We didn't, we're not owned by Trump, we're not owned by Bon Jovi, and we didn't get moved to Toronto. So I think all in all, it worked out well for Buffalo, and we got a Super Bowl contending team. So everybody else can suck it. Thank you, Terry and Kim. Jesus, why you do this to me?
I'm sorry. Yeah. See, and my understanding is that Trump and Bon Jovi were in the same conglomerate. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. They were different.
Okay. I remember during that time there was a lot of following who was doing what, because everybody had to know in Buffalo.
And it's just, you got that kind of celebrity involved with, Trump and Bon Jovi both at the time. They're getting the headlines.
Right, yeah.
But
like you said, Terry and Kim just...
Somebody who had more money and no name came in.
I hate to say it, but they fracked their way in.
They fracked them. They fracked everyone else out.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
What they did.
Yeah. I like that you mentioned also at the time the boycotting on the radio, because that's something I wanted to shout out as well, is that when we did that as a community, I remember there were stickers, it made the news, there was a lot, and we went really hard about it. And I remember the station that started it was Jack FM. And this was, I looked it up just so that I had the year right. The purchase happened in 2014. So 2013, 2014 is when all of this was happening. I went away to school in 2016. And by the time I had come back home for like a break, I remember it was Jack FM was on the radio and they were playing Bon Jovi. And I'm like, you can't. This is for life for me. Like, this is for life.
Hashtag never forget. Don't try and move my team to Toronto.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We're like...
That's a lifetime ban, son.
Yes, exactly.
Clean cut.
Exactly. We do not claim Bon Jovi. This little New Jersey big hair. It's like the most generic, gentle hair metal that you could possibly imagine. And
yeah.
Every time I'm at a wedding and I hear it, I want to get up and leave.
I was just reminded actually recently by a Facebook memory that it was the 10-year anniversary, because I was so excited at the time. I posted something like, thank you, like Terry and Kim for buying the team. Like, I was that excited. Because even at the time, it's still today. Like, that was best case scenario. Like, we got these guys with this much money. They're like top 5 in the NFL, and as far as richest owners, they're getting boxed out now with all the big people getting in, like when Amazon gets in, and we got Walmart in now. So like when Amazon gets in, everybody's going to get bumped down. But
Amazon, the funeral home,
Amazon, baby, they're getting a team too. You don't want to play them.
The Undertakers,
the Amazon Undertakers. From parts unknown. You don't even know where you're going when you play them. They put the blindfold on you and you get on the plane.
No, Undertaker was from Death Valley, so they'll have to play in Death Valley.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm
not going to a game then.
Yeah. Everyone thought Miami at home was rough.
Yeah, Jesus. I hope we don't ever play them.
Miami or this fictitious team?
I hope we keep playing Miami because we own them.
That's true.
We're like Aaron Rodgers with the Bears. Like that's Josh Allen Chicago Bears. Like I'm your daddy.
Yep. And it's great to see. Yeah, I did. Man, fuck Bon Jovi. I know you wanted to say it earlier. You could say it about What's His Nuts, the host of the podcast. And here's the thing, as a producer...
and Edelman too, fuck him too, but...
You don't have to laugh that hard at a guest joke. You can give it that dude got a little too...
Yeah, and then the other thing too, like he's taking shots at Buffalo. Yeah. Oh, he's chasing them down because they need that seat. Screw you. And we're not even the oldest stadium in the league. That's factually inaccurate, Bon Jovi.
Oh, he's pulling up the
Well, I mean,
facts
we're
right
up
now.
there. We're probably top 5, but
Not after, what, 2026?
obviously Soldier Field,
Yeah.
Chicago, Lambeau Field are older.
I'm wondering if he still thinks we play at the Odd. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Bills didn't play at the Odd. Where do we used to play, Jeff?
Rich Stadium?
Thank you, yes. Before our time.
Okay, yeah, so we are 4th on the list. In front, older than us is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champions. Nobody's screaming at them to build a new stadium.
Cheapest owners in the league.
Cheapest owners
Actually,
in the
they
league.
are,
Lambeau
'cause
Field, Soldier Field.
I do want to point out that their ownership pulled the same BS that Terry pulled with we might have to leave if you don't fund us a stadium.
See, and I wish that he just didn't say that, because I feel like he didn't need to say that for it to happen anyway. Like, it was going to happen. We're not letting Buffalo, the Bills leave Buffalo. I don't think that the government was going to let that happen. So he didn't need to put that plea out there, or that ultimatum. And then it just, it makes him look bad. People remember that. I wish he didn't say it, because I don't think he needed to do it to get the deal done.
Fair enough. And I agree.
We're getting a new stadium, damn it.
Yeah. And it's going up, man. It's wild.
I honestly, at the time, 2026 seemed so far away. It's almost 2025 now. Like, we got, 2 more seasons, and then it's go time. We got a stadium where 60% of the seats are covered by a canvas roof, or whatever the F. It's going to be dope. People who saying we don't have a dome, we got a roof, baby. It's a partial roof, but it's a roof.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day up here, and I heard them complaining that it was, it was stupid that they didn't build a dome, or that they didn't go downtown, or whatever. And I think that there was risks in both ideas of like moving and then staying. Because obviously down in Orchard Park, like, they got to improve some of that infrastructure just to get people in and out. And if they're going to, they need to build up the area around the stadium. Yes, there's some stuff down the street and around the corner, but like around the immediate area of the stadium, like hotels or something that is just going to make us look a little bit more, I don't even know what the word is, but just professional as a city.
Yeah. I mean, the Pagodas have done that kind of by the arena. It'd be kind of cool to have that around the stadium too, a little bit more developed, a little bit more.
Right, exactly. And I'm not talking about we need a whole city down in Orchard Park, but
right,
just that area to appeal to get people and to make it, like, I think having hotels right directly across the street would solve a lot of issues with.
Why can't they put a hotel at the old? Well, I guess they would use it for parking, right? At the old one, or.
I mean, you absolutely could if they wanted to, but the problem right now is zoning. But I think that they just changed some of the zoning laws around there, so that should also change soon. It can't just be gas stations, and like, there is a nice residential neighborhood, but it's,
it's not attracting people. You guys got a Dollar General right there now. It's blowing up. The area is blowing up.
That's what we need less of.
We're sure to host a Super Bowl now. We have a Dollar General in the vicinity of the new stadium.
And that's what I'm saying is we got to be, at that level where, maybe we're in the conversation. I know we don't have 100,000 seats like Dallas, but who cares?
They don't even have that.
That's true. I'm thinking of made up WrestleMania numbers.
Yeah, there might be a college stadium that can hold that many.
Oh yeah, I'm sure somewhere. Just nuts.
Anyway.
Shout out to Joe Anderson. Shout out to UB Bulls Athletics.
Shout out to Fuck Bon Jovi.
That too. And with that, we'll end this little episode of the Buffalluminati Podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm Jake, along with your host, Jeff. We'll see you on the next one.